Tonight on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup, we're in the Arizona desert at Tanque Verde Ranch, and it's time to mountain bike, catch some fish, handle a few snakes, make some cocktails, and ride our horses into the dusty sunset. So don't move, we're starting right now. Welcome to Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. This week, we're in the dude ranching capital of the world, Tucson, Arizona. Over 160 years ago, the U.S. purchased a plot of land from Mexico, which later became southern Arizona. This included Tucson, one of the oldest inhabited cities in the United States. A man by the name of Don Emilio Carrillo moved his family to the Tanque Verde Valley in 1868 to set up a ranch. Carrillo became quite successful, but in 1904, Apache bandits raided the homestead and demanded his money. He refused to tell them where it was, so they hung him from the rafters several times. Still, he never told them where his money was.
This here was Don Emilio. He's the one who got hung from the rafters inside this room here. This is his son, Rafael. That is Rafael's son here, Pedro. This little man here, you can see he's a pretty tough old bird. He started this ranch, ground up, built everything about it, and then was hung in this very room.
20 years later, new owners took over and, following the example of the Eaton brothers in Wyoming, began taking guests who wanted to pay for their ranch experience. By the early 60s, the Coate family took over, and soon, Bob Coate and his lovely wife Rita introduced a wide range of activities to cater to guests coming from all over the world. Unfortunately, Bob Coate passed away before I could visit him on camera, but his staff and wranglers keep his legacy alive. So we're gonna make the most of our time here, just as Bob would have wanted us to. First up on the agenda, mountain biking. Riding in the desert can present a lot of obstacles and challenges, so our instructor Peanut is gonna give us a few pointers and techniques for riding safely.
If you're too low, you're restricting balance and you're restricting power. Questions on this, guys? You want to show Debbie how it is?
I got it.
I know you got it. I saw your skills already. Give me one of these.
No, I don't know. I don't know
Solo,
what
you're
we're
first.
doing.
Watch, I'll have them show you.
Okay, cool.
It's always important to bring plenty of water along to stay hydrated. We definitely won't be crossing any rivers on this trek.
Desert. No college chugs yet. Calm down, Aries. Little sips. No college chugs.
A little obstacle course gets us ready for the terrain. We've got a few hills and jumps to hit, so we better be ready.
We gotta let those horses giddy on up, and then we're gonna hit the hump jump. Go have some fun. Now, at the top of the hump jump, when we get there, y'all, ooh, nice saguaro blooming. Check it out, y'all. You don't always get to see that. So when we're on top of the hump jump, you're gonna hear me make some noise. You gotta make some noise at the top, and that's a couple of reasons why. Mainly because it's a little fun, and second, so we can let the horses know where we're at. All right, you can start that thing back up now. We're gonna head out, I'm sorry. We had to wait for the horses. Brap, brap, as they say.
You guys ready? Rap, rap, as they say.
If you lose your balance out there, don't worry. The cactus will catch your fall.
Well, our terrain is always very variable. So there's a lot of conditions that people aren't expecting. So that's why we did those drills in the morning to make sure that everybody's ready and looking forward to capture all the essence of our terrain, because our terrain's always changing. It's never the same when we ride around here. Most of our property, we got 640 acres. We can start off with typically beginner terrain, and then as our riders get better, we advance them into our advanced loops. And then of course, if we've got the challengers, the ones that really want to charge hard, we do have some advanced terrain behind the actual ranch where a lot of the mountains and the big rocks are and lots of the cacti. This is a lot more desert terrain. You're going to get a lot more of the classic Sonoran desert. As you can tell, you got lots of creosote, lots of cholla lying behind you, and of course the beautiful saguaros, which are the monarch of the desert. So this terrain is going to give us the variety of more dips, more rocks, more hills, a little bit more roots when it comes to the cactus. And of course we're always going to keep on rolling through the terrain because it's always just a constant flow. Pedal up, flow down.
Well, how often do you do this?
About 3 to 4 times a day. I think the most we've had in one day were 5 guides.
Wow.
So it really just depends on how active our guests are, how crazy they want to get with it.
Yeah, well, it's incredible, and the scenery right now is just beautiful this time of year.
Perfect spring. Lots of saguaros are blooming, some of the hedgehogs, as well as some of the other small cacti out here too. So you can't beat the scenery or the heat.
Whew, that was hot, but a lot of fun. I think I need a nap.
Don't you guys think that mountain biking was going to be a lot easier than this?
Yes.
Do you have any idea it was going to be so challenging?
No.
So how would you rate me? Would I be a
I'd consider you
beginner?
an intermediate with all your technique, and I'd say you guys as well, with all the technique you've shown me, getting off the saddle, looking up, covering the brakes, those are the key elements I look for to progress my riders, and you've clearly displayed that. And I love that I used you as an example to show everybody else.
I appreciate that.
Because that helps a lot to make sure everybody knows exactly what they're looking
Yeah.
for.
Well, thanks. Thanks for today.
My pleasure,
We look forward
guys.
to the rest of our ride.
Let's
do
get it.
this, guys.
When we come back, we'll take our first horseback ride, do some bass fishing, and get an up-close look at some desert sidewinders on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. Next to the owners, the wranglers are the hardest working guys and gals on the Dude Ranch, especially when the first ride of the day is to breakfast. They're up early, even before the horses, to collect the herd, get them brushed, bridled and saddled, and ready to go. It's a clockwork routine and kind of a dance that runs every day like a well-oiled machine. Breakfast this morning is at the old homestead, which overlooks the entire ranch. In the 1930s, owner Jim Converse built this stone structure for his wife. He wanted her to wake up every day with the spectacular view of the swallows scattered across the Rincon Mountains. Oh, I can see why. All right, let's get us some blueberry pancakes. Blueberry pancakes are their specialty.
Thank
You have no idea.
Ranch eggs or regular?
Sometimes I just can't wait.
The ranch eggs have green chili and cheese. Sure.
Tanque Verde is the very fancy Spanish name for green pool. Locals in the 1860s named it after the algae that floated on the surface of the only water source around, the large stock water tank. Here at the ranch, the green pool is a fishing pond, a cool and shady oasis in an otherwise harsh landscape. We're fishing for bass, and it couldn't be a more peaceful day. Director Frank Sukup and his family are joining me on this excursion.
Look, I just lost my worm. That's all I did was lose my worm.
His son Aries is quite a fisherman and loves teaching others, so he's going to be my guide today. All right, so what are we going to catch today?
We're gonna catch bass, hopefully get a couple bluegill and catfish.
All right, well, I am not quitting until I catch a fish or a fly in my eye. All right, let's go get it.
Aries, how long you been on the fishing team?
About a year and a half now.
You ever won any awards?
Yeah, I got second place in Minnesota State.
Second place in Minnesota State? It's fantastic.
This is a classic way to spend a summer afternoon, in the shade, on the bank of a fishing pond, rod and reel in hand, and a soft breeze in your hair. It doesn't even matter if you catch fish, but I always catch fish.
You have a bite, you have a big bite.
All right, here we go, here we go.
There you go.
All right,
Got your fish.
we caught my fish. Let's take a quick photo. Cheese, cheese. All right, we got one, guys. We gotta throw it back though, right?
Uh-huh.
Tanque Verde is not exactly your typical dude ranch. It's a Western luxury resort with special emphasis on luxury. They pamper their guests with unbelievable gourmet meals. I am so excited to see what Justin and Tyler have prepped up for dinner tonight. Let's go check it out. Beautiful tennis courts.
Yeah, tennis at a dude ranch.
Fitness room, 102, 103, 104. Okay, I think we've burned enough calories in here. Let's see what's next on the schedule. I'm excited. And a first-class spa. This place is perfect for those of us who love to play hard, but can sure take it easy with the best of them.
And when you get off the horse and you want to cool down, join me in the pool.
I think the pool is going to be the best place for me to spend the rest of my day. But when we come back, we'll talk to the chefs that feed us all week. And I'm going to learn how to make a classic desert cocktail on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. Rick Hartigan runs the Nature Center, and he knows all about the many different creatures of the desert. He loves to let guests get hands-on with the friendly ones to put them at ease. Now, what am I holding?
You are holding a gopher snake.
Okay.
He's one of our more common snakes. He also tends to be quite large. He can get up to 8 feet in length. These are the non-venomous varieties we have on display here in the Nature Center. The Arizona Mountain King snake, she's been with us since she was an egg.
Wow, since she was in an egg.
Yeah, she, like the gopher snake, is fully habituated and used to being handled.
You know, some people could probably mistake this for a rattler if they just were to come across it.
His markings are a form of mimicry. He will utilize this coloration, but he'll take it a step further. All snakes, when frightened, will shake their tails.
Okay.
The rattlesnakes just happen to be equipped with noisemakers. In his case, when he's shaking that tail, he'll hiss at the same time. And that hiss can sound like a rattle.
Oh.
And he's got one final trick he plays, if I may. He will press his head down. He wants to go back to you.
Because he likes
When
me.
he presses his head down, it flares into a more triangular shape.
Yes.
Like the lance head that the head of the rattlesnake appears.
Right.
People come here with sometimes 2 expectations. They're expecting sand dunes. Sorry, we can't oblige. And they are expecting a carpet of rattlesnakes. And we can't oblige in that either.
Right.
We've been a guest ranch for 90 years. In that time, one guest has been bitten by a rattlesnake.
All right.
The animals are here, they're just a part of the environment. Sadly, people are inclined to classify all snakes as bad when they aren't. Venomous or not, they are beneficial. They're rodent control.
Oh, yeah.
And I've had people come in and say, where do you keep all the snakes?
Yeah.
They haven't seen them and they want to.
Right.
Well, they can see them in here, and we can provide a little bit of understanding of what they're really like.
Seeing these snakes up close and holding them in your hands does help settle your nerves. Even the baby rattlers are kid-friendly. I caught up with the ranch chefs on their way to start dinner, so I had to ask them about their experience here, their unbelievable menu, and cooking for Oprah.
Being here at the ranch setting, a lot of people think that it's, rugged cowboy and meat and that's kind of it, but you can go out on a horse and have fun activities all day and then come and relax in our dining room and have a fine dining meal but still get that little hint of the Southwestern side of it.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be meatloaf, potatoes.
That's Sundays.
Oh, is that Sundays?
That's Sunday.
Well, I'll look forward to Sunday. But I was in there today and it was incredible. If I would have eaten any more, I would have burst. It was beautiful and the presentation was incredible. So thank you very much. I want to know what Oprah had to say about you guys.
Oprah loved us.
She did?
Yeah, I got to cook for her about 4 or 5 times. Actually, ran into her and knocked her like that. And thought I was
She
gonna lose
probably
my job.
loved it.
I thought I was
She
gonna
probably
lose my
loved
job,
it.
But, no, it was a fun experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, all diets off tonight, and I just want to let you know some of the best food I've ever had. Okay, well, what are you guys doing sitting here talking to me? Go to work.
We'll get on it, all right? We will.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate it.
Our next stop is at the Doghouse Cantina, where I'm going to learn how to make a very popular desert concoction. I am with Desiree, and we are at Tanque Verde, and they are known for their prickly pear margaritas. But today, Desiree's putting a little twist on it. She's going to mix it with a little lemon drop recipe, so take it over.
So we are going to sugar the rim of our martini glass.
All right, sugaring the rim. This is lemon, and then what do I do? Upside down?
Yes, in the sugar.
So Desiree, why is this such a special drink that you can only get right here?
We harvest our prickly pear here on property in August, and we utilize our resources that are in our backyard. here at the ranch.
Wow. What does a prickly pear look like?
It's this bright pink purple color.
Wow, but what is the actual pear? Is it a fruit?
It is a fruit of
cactus?
the prickly pear cactus. Yes.
Okay, wow, that's awesome.
So they're actually in bloom right now.
Oh,
And then we will harvest the fruit in August.
okay, come get your prickly pears while they're fresh. All right, so how do we do this?
We are going to use Tito's vodka.
Love
you can
Tito's.
Use any premium, but this is one of my personal favorites. So it's 1.5 ounces of Tito's vodka in your mixer.
Is that 1.5 ounces right
yes,
there?
That's, yes.
Mine's a little slower. You know that kid over there? Okay, 1.5 ounces.
And then you'll do 1 ounce of our fresh juiced lemon.
Okay. This is fresh squeezed lemon. Okay.
Fill that full. Now it'll be 1
Fill
ounce.
that full. Okay.
And then we will use our prickly pear.
How much?
It's going to be 1/2 ounce.
Half.
And
Okay.
Cointreau
Okay.
will be 1 ounce. We'll now put some ice
All right.
in our
Putting some ice in here.
shaker. Here's the lid. So you're going to, and then you have to push it down and then shake your martini. Once it's nice and cold, you'll see it changing and so nice and icy. I'm going to hold it.
Okay.
Perfect. We use a fine strainer. So we
Okay.
can strain out
I
the
definitely
ice.
would like to use a fine strainer.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my
And you
goodness.
can garnish with a lemon wedge, or we will actually make a twist.
Let's twist again, like we did last summer. Are you making my twist?
I
or
can, yes. You can
I'd like
twist
to
that
try
up.
to make
Sure.
my own twist. Since, oh, look at this. Let's just throw it in there.
Or you can set it on the edge.
I meant the twist.
Yep.
Okay, good, because it went right in.
Cheers.
I feel like, cheers. I feel like I better come to it because,
Nice
oh
and tart
my
and
gosh.
refreshing.
That's delicious. Desiree, thank you so
You're welcome.
much. So when you want the prickly pear, lemon drop, come to Tanque Verde. Mmm. Wow. How many of these do you drink a night?
Not many. You only need a few.
Yeah. I like it. Whew. Well, the guys are done in the kitchen, so we're gonna enjoy this amazing meal. But we're not done yet, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. On our last day, we take the Sunset Ride, an arid climb into the mountains of the Sonoran Desert to witness a sea of towering saguaros grow into long shadows of the setting sun. See you later. We're going on the Sunset Ride. Our horses are expert guides on this scorched trail, and the rhythm of the hooves plays like music to my ears. This is magic hour. This is what they call the Sunset Ride.
Where are we going? We're going back to the ranch. Unless you want to keep riding to midnight when all the rattlesnakes come out. And that'll be fun.
The vast stillness of the desert is overwhelming. We've had such an amazing week.
We were raised riding horseback. We've been riding since we're about 2 years old. So this is all we know, this lifestyle. It's very humbling, and it's amazing just to see what these animals can do for you. Very therapeutic and help you get through anything in life. So I love it. Well, my definition of a dude ranch is someone coming in not knowing anything about horses, a dude.
Yeah.
That's what we call them. And they don't know their head from their toes from horses. And we'll come and teach them everything we know, make them proficient riders, and hopefully give them a little bit of our Western spirit and make them want to come back for more, or even get a job out here with us.
I love the hardworking spirit of these young men and women. The wranglers at Tanque Verde are the same as the wranglers everywhere else. They're committed, talented, and in love with this lifestyle.
I've been riding my whole life since I was about 6. My definition of a dude ranch is that magic of the old-timey Western feeling nobody gets to experience anymore. A family vacation, a place where you can relax and experience the bond between human and horse.
What's your favorite thing about working here?
Definitely all of the horses. I love seeing them every day, waking up to them, listening to them, even the smell of them. And getting to see everyone bond with the horses, magic.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for taking us out.
Yeah,
this
no
was an amazing ride, and not one that I think my friends and family are going to forget anytime soon.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, should we head back in?
Sounds good to me.
It's time for a prickly pear. Even the ghosts can't keep them away. I forgot to mention, after bandits hung the original owner, he stuck around.
We have the Carrillo ghost story. Carrillo was the original owner of this place. Our night security guy was looking in the glass one night and he saw a reflection of an old man with a beard, white mustache, and was standing right next to him. So of course you freak out and you look over and the guy was gone. And he said it was Carrillo. He went and saw the picture and it was Carrillo standing right next to him.
Oh, that's so fascinating. So this is a room that people have seen him, like, in reflection in the windows as they're peering in. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of history here. This is amazing.
Yep, so it's kind of supernatural around here. It's pretty fun.
For our last dinner, it's only fitting that we all come together over the fire to enjoy outdoor cooking at its finest.
Far from town, get me a hero. I'm gonna...
Tanque Verde almost seems like a mirage, and you never want to leave. Some guests come year after year, and most plan to keep coming back forever. You came here last year.
Yeah.
And you fell in love with the place.
Just fell in love with it, literally. It was
fell
a
in
dream
love
of
with
mine.
And you came by yourself last year?
By myself, dream. I thought I've got to do it.
Yeah.
So did it. Just wonderful. Fell in love. Thought, got to do it again. In London, we don't get anything like this.
So if you were to talk to somebody and they said, "What is a dude ranch?" What would you say?
Personally, for me, I would just say heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth.
Heaven on earth.
How about that?
Literally.
I love my job.
Everything
I love my
that
job.
you want is here. Happiness, tranquility, whatever you want. Lots of horses.
Yes, lots of horses. But it's much more than that.
Yeah.
You can White River ride. I mean,
Fishing,
you can
mountain
fish.
biking, or just do nothing for an afternoon.
Do nothing at all and just be in the most unbelievable place. So traveling as a single woman and you came by yourself, you felt no fear or...
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing at all.
I love it.
Nothing at all.
I love it. I do want to bring my girlfriends here, and I want to bring like 15 of them.
Yeah.
And
Can
have,
you make it 16 and give me a call, and I'll come back.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
Definitely.
Yeah. This has been an incredible week. We are excited, elated, exhausted, super fired up to come back next year. And I just want to say thank you to the Tanque Verde people who have welcomed us and put us on one of the most beautiful, scenic tours on a horse that we could have ever experienced. We really had a good time. I came from San Diego, she came from London. People come from all over. It's really worth it, isn't it?
Definitely.
I asked Debbie something last night. I said, why did you come back? And she said one word, well, she said one explanation.
Yeah, fell in love.
Fell in love. No, I think you said...
I loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
Loved it.
This is Debbe Dunning signing off, and I just want to tell you, I loved it. I had a wonderful week. That's it for Tanque Verde, and it was an amazing week. But we'll be back next time, right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup. When you're ready to book your Dude Ranch vacation, visit our website for more information. And don't forget to tell them you saw it right here on Debbe Dunning's Dude Ranch Roundup.